Okay, battleground Michigan heating up with only 27 days until voters head to the polls to decide the next president.
Today, former President Trump's running mate JD Vance was in town delivering remarks at a rally in Eastern Market.
And before he took the stage, he spoke one-on-one with 7 News Detroit reporter Sarah Michals. She's outside the market with the senator's answers to her Michigan-focused questions. Sarah?
Welcome back to Michigan.
It's good to be here.
You are in the Motor City, so I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the union auto strikes that we saw here in Michigan last fall? Specifically, would you yourself ever walk the picket line with union members?
Yeah. So I actually, when we had a strike in Ohio, I actually did walk the picket line with union members. I was one of the few who did it in Toledo at the Stellantis plant because, look, I believe in American auto jobs, union and non-union alike, and I certainly want to support the workers when they're just trying to get higher wages. I do think that we have to be really careful.
So I put a call out on social media this morning. I wanted to ask Michigan voters what they wanted to hear from
awesome.
you.
I appreciate that. I'm very curious what they want you to ask me about.
Well, I got a lot of questions on this topic. One Michigan voter wrote, "What do you have to say to moderate Republicans who are disappointed with your stance on certifying the 2020 election results?"
Yeah, well, what I'd say is that, first of all, the 2020 election is in the past. Nobody disputes that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are the president and vice president. Unfortunately, I think we've gotten a lot of bad policies because of it. But what President Trump and I have said is just that there are some issues that are worth debating that happened in 2020. For example, I think you saw some of the big technology companies censor American citizens in the run-up to the 2020 election.
In Michigan, we have thousands of community members who have loved ones, family members in the Middle East. If elected to office, what would you do to put an end to the violence that we're seeing in the Middle East?
First of all, Americans, we've got to stop being the policemen of the world. Some of these countries are going to defend their own security, and I think that when we have an ally like Israel who's defending its security, we should let the Israelis determine how they best want to defend their security, not to try to control it and micromanage it.
People are very passionate. We're a battleground state. You're going to see campaign signs everywhere.
Yep.
One common campaign sign for the Democratic Party reads, "Childless cat lady for Kamala." What would you like to say to childless cat ladies here in Michigan?
Well, first of all, look, I made a dumb comment years ago. It was a sarcastic remark. Well, what I said is we need to be more pro-family as a country. And I think that's the substance behind the sarcastic remark that hasn't gotten enough play. It's way too hard to raise children in this country. But I'd ask people, don't take a comment, a boneheaded comment I made 4 years ago in sarcasm and focus on that. Focus on the pro-family agenda that Donald Trump and I have, where we want to make life more affordable for a whole host of American citizens.
There are a few more questions that I asked Senator JD Vance that we didn't have time to include in this piece. For that full interview, head to WXYZ.com. I did also reach out to Governor Tim Walz to request an interview. His team declined. In Detroit, Sarah Michals, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you, Sarah.